What if I told you that within you lies a power so profound, so divine, that it can transform your reality and manifest your deepest desires effortlessly? A power so vast that it isn't just a gift, it's your birthright. And yet, most of us remain blind to it, living small, limited lives, never tapping into this infinite well of potential. You're here for a reason. The fact that you found this message is no coincidence. The universe has brought you to this moment because it's time to wake up, to awaken to your God-given ability to create, to manifest, and to live the life you've always dreamed of. There's a teaching by Neville Goddard that changed my life forever. He said, "Imagination is God in action." Let that sink in for a moment. Imagination is God in action. This means the power that created the universe, the stars, the oceans, life itself, is the same power flowing through you. But it doesn't stop there. Goddard taught that we are not separate from this divine creative force. We are expressions of it. Your imagination, your ability to think, feel, and envision is the very tool that God uses to shape your reality. Think about the dreams you've had, the goals, the desires, the visions that flicker in the quiet moments of your mind. These aren't random. They are whispers from the divine, clues pointing you toward what is already yours in the infinite field of possibility. But here's the catch. Most people stop at the dream. They tell themselves it's impossible or that they're not worthy. That's the illusion we're conditioned to believe, but I'm here to tell you something different. You are worthy, you are powerful, and everything you've ever desired is already within your reach. Neville often spoke about the law of assumption, a principle that states that whatever you assume to be true will become your reality. This isn't just positive thinking, it's a divine law. If you can imagine a life of abundance, love, or success and assume it as your current truth, the universe has no choice but to reflect it back to you. This is because, as Neville taught, the world is a mirror, and your assumptions are the image it reflects. Let me share a story with you. There was a time in my life when I felt stuck. No matter what I did, I couldn't seem to break free from the cycle of struggle. I worked hard, I prayed, but nothing seemed to change. One night I came across Neville's teaching about living in the end. He said, "Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled." I decided to try it. Every night before falling asleep, I imagined myself living the life I desired, not as a distant dream, but as if it were happening right then. I felt the emotions of joy, gratitude, and relief. And you know what happened? Within weeks, opportunities I never expected began to appear. The path to my dream life unfolded as if it had been waiting for me all along. That's the power of assumption. But there's more to it than just imagining. Neville taught that your imagination must be backed by feeling. Feeling is the secret. Why? Because your emotions are the energy that powers your manifestations. When you feel as though your desire is already fulfilled, you send a powerful signal to the universe that aligns you with that reality. This isn't about pretending or forcing it. It's about embodying the truth that your desires are already yours. Let me give you an example. Imagine planting a seed in a garden. You don't dig it up every day to see if it's growing. You water it, give it sunlight, and trust that it will bloom. Your desires work the same way. Once you've imagined and assumed the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you must trust that the universe is working on your behalf. Doubt is like digging up the seed. It disrupts the process. One of Neville's most powerful techniques is what he called the state akin to sleep. He believed that the moments before you fall asleep are the most potent for shaping your reality. Why? Because your subconscious mind, the part of you that directly connects to the divine, is most open and receptive in this state. Before you sleep, visualize your desire as already fulfilled. Feel the emotions deeply. This practice alone can transform your life. Now, let's address a common question. Why don't most people experience this power? The answer lies in belief. Most of us carry limiting beliefs that block our ability to manifest. These beliefs come from society, our upbringing, and our past experiences. We're told to be realistic, to settle, to accept life as it is. But these are lies. Neville taught that your only limitation is your imagination. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. One of the ways I've overcome limiting beliefs is through revision, another technique Neville taught. Revision is the process of rewriting past experiences in your mind. Let's say you had a bad day. Before you sleep, imagine the day as you wish it had gone. See it clearly, feel the emotions of joy and success, and make it real in your mind. This doesn't just change your perception, it shifts your reality. The past, present, and future are all connected through your consciousness. By revising the past, you alter your present and future. Here's something even science supports. Modern quantum physics reveals that the observer affects the observed. In other words, your focus and intention influence the reality around you. This aligns perfectly with Neville's teachings. When you assume the feeling of your desire fulfilled, you become the observer, collapsing infinite possibilities into the one you choose. Let me share another story. I once wanted to manifest a specific opportunity, a project that seemed out of reach. I used Neville's teachings. Every morning I would visualize receiving the email confirming the opportunity. I felt the excitement and gratitude as though it had already happened. I didn't know how it would come, but I trusted the process. A month later, the opportunity arrived, but in a way I could never have predicted. That's the beauty of this power. It works in ways beyond our understanding. Neville often said, "You are God." Now, this isn't to say you are the creator of the universe, but rather that the divine power that created everything resides within you. You are not separate from God. You are an expression of God, a vessel through which divine creation flows. When you truly understand this, you realize that there are no limits to what you can achieve. This journey isn't always easy. There will be times when doubt creeps in, or when your old beliefs try to pull you back. But remember, this is a process. Be patient with yourself. Start small. Manifest something simple. A cup of coffee, a parking space, a kind word from a stranger. As you see the results, your faith in your creative power will grow. I'll leave you with this. The life you desire is not something you have to chase. It's already within you, waiting to be awakened. Your imagination is the key. Your feelings are the fuel. And your faith is the bridge between the unseen and the seen. Begin today. Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Trust the process. And watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Now, let me expand on this, because understanding these truths is one thing, but applying them consistently in your daily life is what brings real change. You see, the challenge isn't in accessing this divine power. It's always there, ready for you. The challenge lies in maintaining your focus, your alignment, and your belief in the face of doubt, fear, and external circumstances. Think of your imagination as the soil of your mind. When you plant a seed of intention, your imagination nurtures it. But like any garden, it requires care. If you neglect it, weeds of doubt and negativity can overtake it, choking the growth of your desires. This is where daily practices come in, practices that strengthen your focus and keep your mind aligned with the infinite possibilities within you. One of my favorite practices is what I call the gratitude amplifier. It's a simple yet powerful exercise that shifts your state of being almost instantly. Every morning before doing anything else, I spend 5 minutes writing down 3 things I'm grateful for. But here's the secret. Don't just write them, Feel them. Feel the gratitude as deeply as you can, as though your heart is overflowing with appreciation. This isn't just a feel-good exercise. Gratitude is one of the highest frequencies you can emit, and it naturally aligns you with abundance. When you live in a state of gratitude, the universe mirrors that back to you, bringing more things to be grateful for. Neville Goddard often spoke about persistence. He would say that persistence in your assumption is the key to unlocking your desires. It's easy to get excited about these ideas at first, but when challenges arise, many people falter. They let old patterns and doubts creep back in. This is why persistence is so important. It's not about forcing your desires into reality, but holding steadfast to the belief that they are already yours, even when the evidence around you suggests otherwise. I remember a time when I was manifesting a significant financial breakthrough. There were days when nothing seemed to be happening, no signs, no movement, nothing. But I held on to Neville's teachings. I persisted in my assumption. I continued to imagine myself already in possession of the abundance I desired, feeling the relief and gratitude as though it were real. And then, seemingly out of nowhere, the breakthrough came. It wasn't just the amount I had imagined, it was more than I could have hoped for. That experience solidified for me the power of persistence. Let me ask you this. What do you assume about yourself right now? Do you assume that you're powerful, capable, and worthy of all your desires? Or do you assume that life is hard, that abundance is out of reach, or that you're not enough? Your assumptions shape your reality. If you want to change your life, start by changing what you assume to be true about yourself and the world around you. Another tool that has been invaluable to me is scripting. This is a technique Neville didn't explicitly teach, but aligns perfectly with his principles. Scripting involves writing out your ideal life as though it's already happening. For example, instead of writing, "I want to have a successful business," you would write, "I'm so grateful for my thriving business. I love the freedom it gives me, the people I get to help, and the abundance it provides." As you write, feel the emotions of living that reality. This practice engages your imagination and helps solidify your assumptions. Now let's talk about faith. Faith is not blind hope. It's a knowing, a deep, unshakable belief that your desires are already yours. Neville often said, "Faith is loyalty to the unseen reality." This means staying loyal to the vision you've created in your mind, even when the outer world doesn't yet reflect it. Faith bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It's the fuel that keeps your manifestation engine running. When I was first learning these principles, I struggled with faith. I wanted proof before I could believe. But I realized that faith isn't about waiting for evidence. It's about creating the evidence. You have to trust the process, knowing that the universe is working behind the scenes, orchestrating everything for your highest good. And the more you practice this trust, the easier it becomes. One of the most profound lessons Neville taught is the idea of God within. He believed that the divine is not some distant entity, but a presence within you. This means you are never alone in your journey. The power that created the universe is with you, guiding you, supporting you, and co-creating with you. When you truly understand this, you stop looking outside yourself for answers. You realize that everything you need is already within. Let me share one final practice that has been life-changing for me: the art of letting go. This might seem counterintuitive, but once you've imagined your desire and felt it as real, you must let it go. Release it to the universe with complete trust that it will come to you in the perfect way and at the perfect time. Holding on too tightly can create resistance, which blocks the flow of manifestation. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means surrendering to the divine wisdom of the universe. Think of it like ordering a package online. Once you've placed the order, you don't keep checking the website every hour to see if it's being shipped. You trust that it's on its way. The same applies to your desires. Once you've placed your order with the universe through your imagination and feelings, trust that it's being delivered. As you move forward on this journey, remember this: you are a divine creator. The power to manifest your desires is not something you have to earn or search for. It's already within you. Your imagination is the tool, your feelings are the energy, and your faith is the bridge. Practice these principles daily. Persist in your assumptions, and most importantly, trust the process. Your life is a masterpiece waiting to be painted. Every thought, every feeling, every moment of focus is a brushstroke. Choose your colors wisely. Choose abundance, love, joy, and gratitude. And watch as the canvas of your life transforms into a work of art beyond your wildest dreams. This isn't just about achieving your desires. It's about awakening to the truth of who you are. You are not small. You are not insignificant. You are a powerful divine being capable of creating worlds. Embrace this truth and let it guide you, because the life you've always dreamed of isn't just possible, it's inevitable. All you have to do is say yes. When you say yes to the truth of your divine creative power, you step into a completely new way of living. It's like putting on a pair of glasses that reveal the world in its truest, most vibrant form. Suddenly, life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. You start to see that every challenge, every obstacle, and even every delay is part of the universe's perfect plan, designed to help you grow into the person capable of receiving what you've asked for. Here's something Neville Goddard emphasized that many overlook. Your desires aren't random. They are given to you for a reason. He believed that every desire originates from the divine within you. They are the whispers of God, inviting you to step into the life you were meant to live. If you can desire it, you are already equipped to achieve it. The only thing standing between you and your dream life is your belief, or lack of it. Let me tell you another story from my own life. There was a time when I wanted to move to a new city, one that seemed completely out of reach financially and logistically. I didn't know anyone there. I didn't have a job lined up, and the cost of living seemed daunting. But I remembered Neville's teachings. Live in the end. So I began to imagine myself already living there. I visualized walking the streets, feeling the excitement of the new environment, and even imagined the joy of decorating my new space. I didn't focus on the how because, as Neville often said, the how is not your concern. The universe handles the how. Within weeks, a series of unexpected events unfolded. A job opportunity came up, followed by a connection that helped me find a place to stay. Before I knew it, I was living in the city I had dreamed of, and it all felt so natural, as though it was always meant to be. That's the power of faith and imagination. When you persist in your assumption, the universe rearranges itself to align with your vision. Now, I want to address something that often trips people up: time. Many of us get discouraged when our desires don't manifest immediately. We live in a world of instant gratification, where patience feels like a lost art. But Neville taught that the timing of your manifestation is determined by your state of consciousness. If you're constantly doubting, questioning, or looking for signs, you're in a state of resistance. But when you relax, trust, and persist in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, things begin to flow. Think of a river. When you fight against the current, you exhaust yourself and make no progress. But when you surrender to the flow, the river carries you effortlessly to your destination. Manifestation works the same way. Trust the current. Trust that the universe knows the perfect timing for your desires to come into your life. One of the most profound realizations I've had on this journey is that manifestation isn't just about getting what you want. It's about becoming the person who naturally attracts those things. It's about growth, transformation, and alignment with your highest self. The process of manifesting your desires will often challenge you to let go of old patterns, beliefs, and habits that no longer serve you. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Neville Goddard often reminded us that imagination isn't limited to visualizing grand outcomes. It can be applied to every aspect of your life. For instance, if you're facing a conflict with someone, imagine the situation resolved. See yourself and the other person in harmony, and feel the peace of that resolution. If you're struggling with self-doubt, imagine yourself confident and capable. Feel the pride and self-assurance as if it's already true. Show it, every thought and feeling you hold shapes your world. This means that even small everyday acts of imagination can have a profound impact on your life. Start small if you need to. Manifest a kind word from someone, a free cup of coffee, or a day that flows effortlessly. These small wins build your faith and remind you of the power you carry. Let's delve deeper into the importance of self-concept. Neville believed that your self-concept, how you perceive and define yourself, is the foundation of all manifestation. If you see yourself as someone who struggles, who is unlucky, or who is unworthy, the universe reflects that back to you. But when you see yourself as capable, abundant, and deserving, the universe mirrors that reality. Changing your self-concept begins with awareness. Take a moment to reflect on the stories you tell yourself. Are they empowering or limiting? Once you identify the limiting stories, replace them with affirmations that align with the person you want to become. For example, instead of saying, "I always mess things up," say, "I am learning, growing, and improving every day." Speak these affirmations with conviction and consistency, and over time they will become your new truth. Neville's teachings also emphasize the importance of detachment. This doesn't mean giving up on your desires. It means releasing the need for them to happen in a specific way or at a specific time. Detachment is about trusting the process and knowing that what is meant for you will come to you in the perfect way. When you cling to your desires with desperation, you create resistance. But when you let go, you open the door for the universe to work its magic. Imagine this. You're holding a butterfly in your hand. If you squeeze too tightly, you risk harming it. But if you hold it gently, it remains safe and free to move. Your desires are like that butterfly. Hold them with care and trust, and they will manifest effortlessly. As you embark on this journey of activating your God-given power, remember that you're not just manifesting things. You're manifesting a life of joy, love, abundance, and fulfillment. Every step you take, every practice you adopt, brings you closer to the truth of who you are, a divine creator, a powerful co-creator with the universe. Let me leave you with a final practice. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect on your manifestations. Celebrate the small wins, the synchronicities, the moments of clarity, the opportunities that appeared out of nowhere. Gratitude amplifies manifestation. When you appreciate what you've already created, you align yourself with even greater abundance. The power to manifest anything you desire is already within you. It's not something you need to earn or achieve. It's your birthright. Neville Goddard showed us that imagination is the key, feeling is the fuel, and faith is the bridge. Use these tools daily. Trust in your divine connection and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. The question is not whether you have this power. The question is, are you ready to use it? Are you ready to say yes to the life you were born to live? The choice is yours. The time is now. Say yes and step into your destiny.